And then they got gradually, as people left the military, they went back to England. They went back through Europe and brought the clubs back into Europe, basically, where they became popular in Germany, in Czechoslovakia, and in the UK, and finally in America, where they were used. It was very interesting because then they started becoming a great favorite of, it was called Muscular Christianity. Whereas you had to be clear, you had to be clean both in mind and spirit and physically good. So consequently, you can imagine a situation, now let me paint you a picture, where everybody would go to, regardless of whether they're Catholics, Protestants or whatever, they would go to church on Sunday. And then in churches, then all the pews and everything would be moved out of the way, and the church would be the village hall, the town hall or whatever. And then somebody would get up at the front, somebody would sit down at the piano, they'd play waltzes, and people would swing clubs. The men first, then the women, and then the kids. So this was like a social event. I mean, club swinging became a social event of muscular Christianity in particular, hugely popular in the States. And then the demise, I'm going through history very quickly here, but the demise of Indian clubs was when men like Eugene Sandow, do you know of him? He was a bodybuilder, very, very beautiful body. And every man and his dog wanted to look like Eugene Sandow. And I'm not blaming him entirely, but gym equipment became more popular, and it's kind of, lifting and that type of thing became stronger and stronger. And then the manufacturers of gym equipment started basically satirizing Indian clubs, that they were good for swatting flies and all this sort of thing. And there's an actual publication that came out in New York, and using images from a book that was printed in 1866, satirizing the club swinging, that it was fly swatting, and they didn't know what they were doing and all this sort of thing. So it's like quite a bizarre story.